Info not found. Maximum blah blah blah. Seeing chamber until blah blah blah. Should the code lapse from your memory, recall. Judgment serves as the Arbiter's hammer. What is the Arbiter's scalpel?
The hint pertaining to the passcode on that terminal. I believe I know the answer. It is contained in a phrase the Supreme Arbiter drilled into our heads for many years.
Let me try to guess
Our
it.
work at the refugee camp did not slake your investigative hunger? I doubt you'll be able to surmise it exactly, but come even close, and I shall be impressed. For myself, the Supreme Arbiter, and Virgil especially, if judgment is the Arbiter's gavel, what is the Arbiter's scalpel?
If it's specific to the three of you, it must be evidence gathering or investigation.
Ah, you've got the spirit exactly, if not the word itself. Very nice. An Arbiter's gavel is judgment, and an Arbiter's scalpel is analysis. Try entering that.
Welcome, Supreme Arbiter. Last login 11 months ago. From the console. Deleted. My most esteemed sovereign. A message informing me of the recent casualty estimates of my arbiters. We've lost several thousands. Doubles those lost in the first 2 years of fighting. Has requested a meeting. There comes time for one to prove himself over the other.
From that terminal, it sounds as if the Supreme Arbiter had some sort of business with the Consul. To what end, I wonder? The tone of her response seemed relaxed, but I do not believe she would have met with the Consul unless she had no other choice. And that feckless agent. I don't understand his aim or who he would be working for. Only the Consul. But the Protectorate does not ally itself with Sub Rosa.
Could the Consul have brokered some kind of deal? Seems like he had connections.
I couldn't imagine the Consul pinning his duties on someone so clearly out of sorts as our recently departed friend. Besides, he has his own agents. Well, at least we found what we needed on the Supreme Arbiter's terminal. I only hope whatever awaits us at Central Control is less tumultuous. As for Okada, I'm not sure what to think. My decision to allow him to go free was at odds with all I have been taught. He was a traitor and should have died. Yet, I cannot help but feel strangely justified.
Maybe because Protector Doctrine has a strange intersection with morality, or lack of one.
That's just it. I am supposed to be an objective judge of moral intent, hence my role as a peacekeeper for the Protectorate. How can I maintain this role if I falter?
Objectively, Okada didn't deserve to die for what he did, and you know it.
Objectively to whom? I Damn it! Forget this. Forget it all. I can't allow any specter of doubt to creep into my decisions. Let us list this incident as a fluke and move on. Altogether, I think visiting this station was fruitful for my ultimate task. Hopefully, we'll grow ever closer to discovering the Supreme Arbiter's true killer. And, circumstances aside, I appreciate your accompanying me here, Commander. It means much. Now let us return to the incognito and plan out our next steps.
That's easy enough. It's right around the corner.
It would appear our next stop is Praetor, specifically Central Control. I look forward to traveling there, once you've sufficiently prepared. No. The Sentinel worked on the Consul's behalf. I do note that the agent was an odd wrinkle, but that still does not fly in the face of what I believe. Excellent.
I mean, yeah, it's... I don't know. That Sentinel seemed completely cool. Tristan weapons now deal plasma damage. Or shock. Immunity shock. Immunity corrosive. Casting off the veil.
Let us make our way to Central Control forthwith.
Central control. Oh yeah, that's where we weren't able to enter actually.
Best turn around. Central controls and... Wait. Arbiter Rao? What are you doing here? I've heard a great deal regarding your exploits within the Protectorate. And it is all that prevents me from summoning the Guard. I've strict orders to arrest you on sight.
I've no desire to slay you, but if you seek to prevent me from pursuing my duties, I will have no other choice.
Why isn't Tristan allowed in?
Arbiter Rao did not report to the Consul's summons. Consequently, he is wanted for questioning. It is only our difference in rank that stays my hand from attempting arrest.
Let's just go back where it came. It doesn't need to come to violence.
Very well. I shall not sound the alarm. But you are still not permitted to enter this facility either through this entry or any side route. I shall be watching.
Commander, let us speak privately on our next course of action. I did not care for that exchange at all. The idea that the Consul would stymie me individually is rather disturbing. Regardless, we do have alternate means of ingress. I seem to recall a number of creatures bypassing the left fence through some upper path we were never able to find. There's also the prisoner entrance on the right. If you're sufficiently dexterous, you may be able to bypass the safeguards to get us in.
There's two ways in actually.
Smells like paint and
Got my lamps on a
agitated
hostel.
dust. Renovations, I surmise.
Don't worry, don't question, don't doubt.
What the fuck? I mean, of course, I can also just kill everyone. These guys really didn't do much. Do anything against us, so can avoid it. Let's just try.
That elevator over there goes to the Supreme Arbiter's old office. I hope the technicians have kept it in working order.
Trust the plan, serve set progress.
I believe what we need is on that terminal. I'll see if I can find my way in.
Or is this central command as in like the arbiters used to be here? And obviously
The terminal's locked,
everything was taken
which is
down.
no surprise. See if you can find some method to bypass its passcode.
Examine deciphering the plan. Also protected volumes.
Did you hear that? I think something may have unlocked. I think this may You must finish reading through that terminal. The elevator's been summoned from below. Someone's coming up. Hurry!
Consul Thoreau, I'm sure you're surprised to be receiving this message, and thus I can assume you already know my intent. Even considering aligning myself against the Sovereign is like sticking my hand in boiling oil. Yet my dead charges spur me forward. 10 scores of Arcadia's finest, at least 10 scores, died in defense of Golden Ridge. And does the region lie in our control? No. We fled like sprats, all at Varric's behest. I shall lower myself to work with you, Consul. I will help you uphold your plan to... Hold... What in blazes? How long have you been standing there? What did you hear?
Of course she was fucking dirty too. Ashton. Tristan.
I cannot believe what I heard. I cannot.
It must have been hard to see.
Actually, it wasn't. Perhaps at first, until I discerned her true intentions.
No, don't do this.
My mentor hated the consul and was deeply devoted to the sovereign. She'd never speak thus, unless she was trying to lure the consul into a trap.
Rao, you really ought to have a sit-down.
Yes.
Were this anyone except your mentor, you'd see this for what it is.
What I'm proposing is eminently plausible. It may be beyond you to see her machinations, but it's obvious to me that this was merely an intricate play. It's all that makes sense.
It's obvious she was killed before she could send it. There's no level play here.
It's not obvious to me. You didn't know her. Wait, do you hear that?
Arbiter Rao, I finally got you. Submit quietly to the Protectorate's justice for your manifold transgressions.
Are you insane? Who are you? And on whose authority do you claim to judge me?
My name is Junior Arbiter Mayhall, and I operate on Arbiter mandate, as you did once. Now, no questions. This is already going to be difficult enough.
Didn't realize the console had Arbiters in his pocket too.
It's logical. The Sentinels have all but taken over central control. It stands to reason the few Arbiters still trained here would only be Sentinels in armored regalia.
I cannot deny that central control has changed, but... what am I saying? I need not defend myself from the likes of you.
Enough! This has been an unpleasant day and my patience is gone. Your accusations are baseless and accosting a higher-ranked Arbiter is grounds for arbitration.
They're far from baseless. You stand accused of abandoning your post, of infiltrating Protectorate facilities with opaque aims, and of hampering the Protectorate war effort. There's no discussion to be had with criminals. I needed to see firsthand that Arbiter Rao had abandoned his station. He has, and must meet my judgment.
These accusations of yours are slander. If you believe false bravado shall save you from my wrath, you're sorely mistaken.
Can't you see, Tristan, can't you see she's just following her duty like you are?
At Oculus, and again at the Vox, you showed me that the law may be interpreted. Clemency can be granted where before it would be unthinkable. Here my sense of duty clamors to be answered. But as much as it surprises me to admit it, I think you're correct. To this recruit, I've diverged from the path of righteousness. Slaying her for sincerely trying to do what is right would be a farce of justice.
If I find some way to change her mind, you wouldn't kill her.
I would not. But I know the reality of swaying an Arbiter from their chosen path. It's likely this situation may devolve into violence regardless.
What is this insanity? I would never imagine an Arbiter balking from their chosen course. I had hoped Arbiter Rao would come to his senses, but obviously to no avail. I may not wish to judge him. I may not understand what has come over him. It is of no consequence. His crimes against the Protectorate are all that matters.
Tristan spared a sentinel bent on arresting him. Does that seem like a traitor to you?
He was simply doing his duty, just as you or I must every day. Killing him would have been wrong, even though attempting to arrest me was a criminal act.
That's even worse than I thought. You chose not to do your duty, and expect telling me so would soften my decision to judge you?
The Supreme Arbiter taught me to follow my own sense of justice. And I have. Use your mind. Think about what I did. What you intend to do. Is this moral? Is this right?
You don't even have to answer. I can tell that you know this isn't just.
But it is of no consequence. I must... Architect's mercy. I'm just not sure.
Even the Supreme Arbiter seems to have struggled to do the right thing by your laws.
We don't know that for certain, but to an onlooker without our knowledge, it could seem that way. And such presumed traitorousness would be very confusing.
Even the Supreme Arbiter has struggled with this? That doesn't seem possible. But I suppose there's no way to ask her now. I shall trust your words. Consider my hand stayed. I can see that judging Tristan would only rob the Protectorate of another of its servants. It seems I must reflect on this matter.
So what do you think?
It would appear we're in agreement. Neither of us shall raise a hand against the other. I'm pleased.
Yeah, I bet he is. Just remind him that abstaining from violence ain't the same as chocolates and flowers.
So, what course of action do we take now?
Then?
It's important for an Arbiter to use their forebrain. Next time you encounter something as strange as a loyal Arbiter diverging from the path of righteousness, investigate. You may find more questions than answers. But deciphering them and interpreting justice as best we can is how we might serve Arcadia.
Uphold justice in my way. I'll attempt to remember that, Arbiter Rao. Thank you.
Glory to the Protectorate, Junior Arbiter. Make me proud. I'm pleased we were able to resolve that altercation peaceably. Robbing Arcadia of an enthusiastic recruit would have given me little joy.
Huh. You beginning to wean yourself off of eating the shoe polish? This is a good turn, Rao.
You know, I'd even venture to say she reminded me just a little of myself as a lad.
Where do we go from here?
All this excitement did not make me forget the confession on the Supreme Arbiter's terminal. I have to bring it to Virgil. Together, we can discover exactly what transpired. Agreed. I'm not sure of his whereabouts since last we encountered him. I'll send him a message. With luck, we'll hear from him before long.
Okay, so now we just have to get the fuck out of here.
Heads up. Rival life forms.
The old quarters are... they have all been removed. I hardly recognize this place.
Hey, you all right?
I'm fine. Some arid dust merely found its way into my eye.
Huh? Worthy of review.
We've got company, Commander. The unfriendly kind.
Giving chase. I'd rather
Aggressors in range.
this continues, you basically have killed everyone. I just wanted to check out what's down here, but I mean, like, it doesn't.
No escape for you.
Raph's back in business.
I shall reduce them to a slurry.
Is that back entrance that I found? Must be.
Now what?
Hostile ahead.
You need a house call. There.
Seems the console is not steal you. I shall not stay your execution.
Crimes to punish.
I mean, that was a big boom. This way you can jump over, basically. No prisoners. I mean, that's good.